Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to a new video. I'm your girl Adrienne Montanez, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. This video needs to be made. I was gonna make this into a TikTok, but I'm like, this is too important and I feel like I just need to film this video. No, we're gonna talk about today, and we see a lot of videos about this. We see a lot of different messages, a lot of great tips. I just want to give you a little bit of my raw emotion to it too, because I can get caught up in the matrix, especially with all of the nonsense in this world. So let's just talk about why you suck and why you lack discipline, and discipline is self-love. Let's just cut to the chase. You're here because you know you're not happy with the things in your life. You're probably like, what am I doing wrong? Looking at other people, you're comparing yourself, and you think discipline can be hard, and you're just like, I'm just not that type of person. No, you can be, and you have so much potential to be, but you don't want to be, because discipline is self-love. Let's get into it. So one of the biggest issues that we're struggling with in this world, whether you want to see it or not, but the world is teaching you how to hate yourself. It is. Let's be real. It is really hard to be positive in a world where it's just constant negative. We go on the news, it's negative. There's always something bad that happens just about almost every day. There is glory in this world, but it's hard to get caught up with just all the darkness. So how do you work through it? Honestly, one of the number one things you need to work on every single day, no matter how hard it is, because I'm gonna tell you right now, even for me, I struggle. People always think like, I love your energy, Adrienne, your brightness, you're this, you're that, whoop de doo, but you don't know what I had to do to fight there to get there. But you need to be kind to yourself daily. You have to say nice things about yourself. You can't just look in the mirror and start deteriorating what you don't see and what you don't like. We all do that, but you need to stop doing that, especially if you oversaturate on it. A lot of times, instead of us looking at what we have and where we're at and how far we've progressed, we just look at like what we don't have, what we lack, what we need with finances, whatever the case is. Go down this black hole, and then it just like shifts your mood, and it's like, okay, how do you come back from it? I was trying to do good, then I go into this mind, I start overthinking, I start going down this negative list, and then I go into this hole. How do I get out of the hole? How? A lot of times, a lot of us will deflect what we know we need to face in order to get to the next version of ourselves. Like, for instance, for me, there's a few people I used to chill with all the time, and I'll be honest, they were so consumed with this negative, toxic motherhood lifestyle, and that was not me. They were just very like, I'm just gonna eat when my kid eats, which is like leftover Lunchables at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like running on caffeine and drinking wine half the day, and I'm like, I don't want to live my life like that. I chose to do a different path. I chose a different path for me that resonated and sit well with my heart, and I was shamed for it. I was made fun of, but I'm like, this doesn't align with my spirit. And especially as you get older and as you evolve, your mindset changes. Your everything about you should be changing. If you're not changing, it's definitely the people around you, because you should be changing. You shouldn't be in the same habits at 22 years old if you're in your late 30s, let alone early 40s. I'm sorry, you just shouldn't. So in order to get to be the next level of yourself, whatever it is, maybe it's trust, maybe it's trauma, maybe it has to do with maybe just so many broken hearts you just haven't fully healed from, whatever the case is, maybe robbery of finances, there's so many factors. You need to take control of what you can control, which is this. And you have to just let go and accept what you don't have any control over. Like for me, I'll give you an example. For me, I was struggling so bad when it came to, I hate to say it, but a girl with daddy issues, abandonment, and just feeling neglected and not feeling appreciated. And I have a very complex relationship with my father. To this day, I still don't have a relationship with him, and it's been over 8 years. But I knew some of that heat was affecting my personal life, especially in my dating. So I decided in my mid-20s, I'm going to confidently go start seeing a therapist. And I started doing shadow work, and I started to really face these personal traumas that were triggering me. And I will make a separate video when it comes to hookup culture and how that affected me also. And just because I know there's a lot of girls that do struggle with this also. Also, there is a lot of girls that do struggle and can relate to this, but I found my affection and love on the street. I found it through strangers. I found it through guys that were just maybe just there for the weekend, but that fulfilled me so much more than what I've actually experienced. And a lot of it too had to do with my personal feelings. So I had to free this little girl, this young girl inside of me to get to this next level. So where I'm at mentally now, I can never go back to where I was, because I've kind of killed her, so to speak. Sounds kind of harsh, but that's just what it is. And then when you have people too that are so reliant on people to love them, for another example, somebody who's very insecure with themselves and they're with somebody and they rely on that person to give them the love unconditionally that they need to reassure them, and that's not healthy either. We have a lot of unhealed people in this world. And a lot of people will just over glorify it with a filter of whatever that is in their life. Maybe it's material items, maybe it's the perfectness of their children, maybe it's their house, maybe it's the cars. I don't really know. But at the end of the day, that doesn't buy happiness. And for me, like, I'm not evolving if this is not growing. Like, my mind, my heart, my body, my spirit, it all has to intertwine. If that's not coming together, then what? Am I really growing? No, I'm not. One of the next exercises that I encourage anybody that watches this video is to expose yourself in different environments. So for instance, for me, I would get so much anxiety going out to eat by myself. Don't know where that came from because I was a fat girl for so many years. Like, I could eat at a buffet with no shame, but I just felt so anxious, and I would get nervous to even, like, say if I got invited to a birthday party, I would be like, oh, let me text Shelly if she's going to be there. Let me hit up so-and-so. It's like I couldn't confidently walk into the room without somebody, you know? It was like this codependency. Again, that stemmed from my personal childhood and my past. And I'm like, how do I work through that? I actually started working in a nightclub when I was 22 years old. So that really challenged me because I had to be there by a certain time. I'm with different girls, and whatever the boss wanted and whatever it was that night, or quota or bottles we had to push or whatever the case is, guess what? I had to push through. There was nobody there like, oh, hey, like, Patrick, are you going to be there tonight? Or, hey, Patricia. Like, it was nothing like that. I had to push through no matter what, you know? And I feel like doing that in my 20s. And then too, I was living in Riverside County, commuting all the way to LA. That's a city like I said, at night, you're just not familiar with because everything, the streets, the parking, you know, it was just a lot, and it would trigger my anxiety. But it's crazy because going through that in my 20s and compared to where I'm at 37 years old, a total different person. To be now, if I have a girlfriend who's like, I'm going to have a dinner party, it's going to be off Melrose at this time, whatever, this is a restaurant, whatever, I'll feel confident going. Like, no problem. I'll be there even later. It doesn't really matter. And it was because I challenged myself. And a lot of people get so comfortable, like, oh, I can't go to the store by myself. I can't do this. Or I have a boyfriend, but I can't do the errands by myself. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You need to expose yourself to whatever it is that triggers you. It's getting you out of what you're used to. Like, if you stay comfortable in a routine and a lifestyle and just habits, you're never going to be that. You're going to be like, oh, I hate to say this, but you know what? He doesn't even talk to me. My uncle was the same way. My uncle was like literally stayed at home, lived at home till like his 50s in the same room for years. And then he moved out and got married. It's just like, I don't want to be that. Like, no. Clearly, if you've seen in my channel too, like, I love the fitness world. I love the lifestyle of just wellness, just with your overall mental health, mind, body, spirit, and going to the gym just regularly, eating differently, eating more whole foods. That was a whole lifestyle in itself, but I saw a difference in my skin, my mood, my overall, not, it wasn't even just going to the gym to look good. It's just what it did for me internally, you know? And that's the problem. And so many people can scroll on TikTok for hours. They'll scroll on Instagram. You see all these motivational, you see influencers, you see so many people just putting content out there, and there's like endless content, you know? But it's like, you have to want to get somewhere, but you have to be willing to work on overdrive. Like right now it is 9, it's about to be 10, well, it's over 10 o'clock. I actually wouldn't mind being showered up, and I gotta still aloe and like shave my face. And yes, I shave my face because my peach fuzz, you know, and I want to watch something because I said to myself, I want to watch at least 10 movies this year because I don't watch movies. I don't. Like, I'd rather maximize the time and get as much done, and then in my downtime spend time with my boys. So guess what? I'm filming a video. Because I believe in my channel. I believe in myself. I don't care if only 2 people see this video. I don't even care if nobody likes this video. But I'm doing it for myself because it makes me happy. Like, you think these people just get somewhere? Like, no, they believed in themselves. They believe in themselves. Whether it takes you 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter. You have to go into overdrive for yourself. Whether it's getting into shape, maybe you have a side hustle. Like, I know girls that literally are so talented. They went to school to be an esthetician. They do eyelashes and all this, but yet they don't talk and sell themselves out there on social media. They'll just tell people like, oh yeah, I do it. Here's my business card. Girl, put yourself out there. If I was doing that, You guys, it'd be all over my YouTube. It'd be all over my TikTok. I do not care. I will just know one day it'll hit somebody. It'll hit that mark. It'll hit those views or whatever the case is. It's consistency. So stop feeling sorry for yourself thinking like, oh, my life's never going to take off. Whether I'm in my late 20s, whether I just graduated high school, maybe I'm in my 40s, maybe I'm on my second divorce. It doesn't matter. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Because guess what? Nobody's going to come rescue you. Nobody's going to come help you. Nobody. Nobody. You got to want it for yourself in whatever aspect that is. Again, you're going to see some more great content, especially this upcoming fall, because I have a couple series that I'm filming. Mainly, I have this one in particular I'm really excited and nervous to share. But I'm putting myself out there on a level I've never put myself. And I'm so excited. I'm nervous and scared. But it's the unknown. So many people, it's like let's just get real like needy with it real quick. Let me just get real needy. Like, I know people who don't know how to be alone. Like, I have a relative, I love this person, I won't say male or female, but this person admitted, like, I can never be alone. Left a marriage, went with another person, still didn't even work out, ended up going back to the marriage, and it's just like, why? Why don't you take like a year to yourself, do some healing, do some therapy, do some, whatever the case is. Nope, this person, well, it's a he, I'll just say it's a he. He was like, I can never be by myself. But you're unhappy and miserable. But that's what the world's conditioning you. Settle. Settle for what it is. Oh, that's just the way my life is. It is what it is. Oh, I grew up in poverty. I'm going to always be in the hood. It is what it is. Like, no. No, you have to fight through it. That's why, like, I say I'm the 1%er. If I would have stayed and listened to the people that were my quote-unquote friends or family that rock with me or cousins or whatever the case is, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't be anywhere near where I'm at today. And it's not even about a financial. I'm talking about just a mental. You could lose everything. I could lose my home. I could lose everything. But you can't take my heart. You can't take my soul. You can't take my spirit. You can't touch it. It's platinum. Like, you need a wristband to get into my spirit, to get a piece of my aura. You feel me? I know this video was kind of all over the place, but it was just really weighing on my heart the last couple of days, especially seeing like my TikTok feed and then like certain people that have been reaching out and talking to me. And I just hear a lot of this, like, why my life sucks. It's because you suck at discipline. You suck and you think it's a punishment, but it's actually self-love. It is. Like, I love Christian Guzman. Shout out to Christian Guzman. He's like one of my favorite. He's like one of my original YouTube creators I loved watching back in the day when he first started YouTube. And he would stay up till freaking, he even said too, he's like, I would do videos till 2 o'clock in the morning just to show like my channel because I didn't want to give up on it. And look at him now. Like, look at where he opened up Alpha Elite. Beautiful company. Love the clothes. Built a beautiful gym like in, 3 years. Like, the man is thriving. Thriving, and he's so humble about it. That's what it's about. It's about doing and believing in yourself. And just like I said, people are not going to see, and just to finish this video, people are not going to take you seriously until you get to that next stepping zone. Whether it's starting the website, maybe it's putting yourself out there on a level that people are not used to you. You guys, social media, don't worry about who's watching it. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Block out anybody that is negative. Block out anybody that triggers you. Block out anybody that just, you already know, that doesn't rock with you. I got people who don't even rock with me, but they try to follow me. And I'm just like, block you. Block you. Like, for what? No. I'm super protective because I believe energy transfers and vibes, and I don't need any of that. So, no. I'm not with this whole, like, let me see what this person's doing. No, I don't care. You don't talk to me, I don't care. If you haven't hit me up in 6 months, I delete you. I really don't care. Anyways, I know this is a bit of a much video, but I wanted to film it and put it out there and just give you my intake on it. And to anybody who really wants to do something within themselves, or whatever the case is, take a leap of faith and start putting in the work. I know you gotta work, I know you gotta pay bills, I know you got rent, I know you got all that. But maybe instead of being on social media, or maybe instead of chilling with the boys on a Friday night, stay up on the computer and get some work done. You know, it's like me. I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to edit this, but you know what? I filmed 4 videos in an hour today. But I'm going to get them up. You know, I'm going to do it because YouTube is my #1 that I'd rather put content on than anything else. So TikTok's next, and then, of course, my Instagram. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much if you're still here and you're listening and you're watching, and I will definitely catch you in the next one. If this helps you out, definitely drop me down a comment below if you want to hear anything else. This channel is going to be a little more versatile. It's going to be a little bit of everything. We're going to talk a little about relationships. We're going to talk about things that I didn't think I would talk about, but you know what? We're going to talk about it because we need to talk about it. So have a good night. Anyways, my camera's going to die. Thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you on the next one.